Late Night Virus, welcome back. Oh man, I'm in the zone already. I think it is 8:52. CJ been telling me to drink all these different drinks. I'm blaming him for everything I put in my system today. First of all, we want to start with our sponsors. We got Concoction Royal Peach. RC, holla at me. RC is officially approved us being a sponsor. And first of all, he want to put out information as far as he has a GoFundMe. He's trying to raise some money to fight against cancer and also homeless people in the area. And he made a good point. He says that some chick, and maybe I saw this on social media, she had a PPP loan for like $30,000 and she blew it. And now she's asking for money to repay it, or the government's going to take her ass to jail. But anyhow, he's trying to raise $40,000, $39K actually to be exact, and in order to get back to the city. Shout out to Diamonds Boutique, Ramel. You my boy. Well, ladies, you want to get your wig split? Oh, split. You want to get your wig done? Go get you some lace fronts, some wigs, some good hair material. He sells it. And Big Chris, where you at, man? Like, we're gonna link up in Memorial Day in Charlotte, so look forward to that episode. Today we got a guest tonight, Miss Tianka. Can I call you Miss T?
That's fine.
Miss T. Miss T. So hey, you know, we're gonna have a great time tonight. Miss T, introduce yourself. You tell people where you from. Where you know, go ahead. So tell them a little bit about yourself.
I'm Tianka Torres, and I'm from here, Chesapeake, Virginia. And this is actually my baby cousin, so I don't know why he's trying to act all, you know.
I'm bigger than her, though.
Very.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, so first of all, before we start, rest in peace of DMX. I know today is his memorial service.
Yes.
I think it's today or tomorrow, and then tomorrow they're having like a, I think like a celebration of life. I think they're having two services going on. So the funeral today. CJ, you can talk in the camera.
Okay. Today is just the one for the public, for everybody. Ride by, Rough Riders rolling out. Tomorrow's just for the family that are gonna like do a live stream of.
Okay. So first of all, rest in peace to DMX, man.
Yes, most definitely.
Man, it really hurt my heart hearing that. I grew up listening to DMX. I wanted to be like him, bald headed and a bunch of dogs. I heard make these crazy noises out of my mouth. He was probably one of the hardest rappers besides Tupac. In my opinion. So
Nas also. And we also want to say rest in peace to Black Rob. And to Shock G.
Shock G just passed away, what, 2 days? Yesterday?
Yesterday.
And a lot of y'all young folks don't know about Shock G.
He put on Tupac.
Right. The Humpty Hump dance. Yeah, I probably don't know about that dance. I used to do that when I was a kid.
Put the legs on her panties.
Yes, yeah.
He put the leather on the panties.
He put the song. He put the lace on the panties.
They ain't had lace fronts.
Lace. He put the lace on the panties.
Yeah.
Shock G,
He put
the
the
one who
lace.
put the lace on your panties. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I said lace.
Yes, you did.
I've been drinking a little bit. But that's how we do, right? You know, late night vibes. We want to be raw. We want to be authentic. We want to drink. We are the best podcast wherever we're at. Shout out Just Another Podcast, by the way. They're the best podcast in the 757. But we're the best podcast where we want to be at. Shout out to Ryan Luke. I got the T. I don't know if y'all can see this. Ryan Luke, up and coming artist. Man, the dude's he's amazing. He's a monster coming up in the world. So, oh man, today we're gonna talk about something. We'll have a bunch of topics, fun topics. We were just having a great conversation before the camera started rolling. But we'll get into that maybe later if we got time, because I don't want to be here like all day long. But we can sit and have a conversation, I see, about anything, and it probably run about 2-3 hours. Because you're a great talker. Off the rip, I was like, damn, she just having a great conversation. How many people you know that can converse and have great conversation with just people they just met today? Not that many, right? So
yeah.
they don't exist like that. They, you know. But lately, the big trend. I don't want to say a trend. I might get canceled. Feminism and versus traditional women. I've been hearing about a lot of ladies think that traditional women is like a disease of some sort, like it's a forgotten lifestyle. And if you're not a modern woman, I think that you're, they think that you're just, living in the past, or you're a slave or some sort. I don't know where that shit come from. But maybe you can tell me, Tom, what you think?
Well, I'm open to both aspects of a modern woman. I am so myself. I'm an Army veteran, as well as an entrepreneur.
Amen.
Cool. I'm a project manager, property manager, and I'm in the startup phase of my trucking company, Tianka's Trucking LLC.
Go ahead now.
And I'm a divorcee also.
A divorcee, okay.
A single parent of a 17-year-old son.
Wow.
So,
is he a senior in high school?
No, he just turned 17 in March.
Okay.
So he's a junior. He'll be a senior this up and coming school year.
Okay.
And
blessings on that.
Yes, thank you. So basically, as a modern woman, I take a lot of roles, and as a traditional woman, because I played that part as well, I was married. And I was married to someone outside of my race. That's where the Torres come in. I'm Mexican. And I adapted to being submissive, just being around his family and his culture. And it was not anything that I felt like I dreaded. So it's a lot of sisters, including my own sister, who is traditional. However, it's different phases in your life where you are modern, where you're taking on other roles, and you're independent, and you're out here bossing up.
So why do you think that the word traditional and submissive are looked at as being like the Black Plague?
Sometimes it depends on how you're raised. As you know, in our family, my opinion, we have a lot of alpha women. Even we had this conversation
Does they
earlier.
even exist? That's my thing. Is there such thing as alpha woman? It's a made up word. I heard it a few times this year. I kind of looked it up. I don't know.
So you don't know what an alpha woman is? Would you like to know my opinion of what an alpha woman is?
I know what an alpha woman is. Does it exist in the fact if she's dating a male? Because there's a lot of beta males these days.
Exactly.
If she's dating an alpha male, can she exist as being an alpha female?
I believe so. For example, you can still be an alpha woman and there can be an alpha male in the relationship if you understand each other's positions. For example, I can speak for myself. I want my man to be an alpha. I want him to be a provider. I want him to be a protector. I want him to lead our household amongst other things. Mm-hmm. However, I have my strengths and I have my weaknesses. Mm-hmm. So where I am weak, he's strong, and vice versa. Or I'm going to minimize his weaknesses and be strong, So for example, in my last relationship, in my marriage, my ex-husband, he managed the finances. When I tell you all our money went in one account, it went in one account. And so when I told you about the alpha women, when I told my mom about it, because I got married when I was 19, she wasn't having it. She was like, are you serious? You supposed to have money put up in case it don't work out? And I'm like, why am I producing those thoughts? And those are, a lot of alpha women have those thoughts. They're not putting all their money in one bank and paying, having him pay all the bills, and vice versa. It could be the woman who could be the stronger force in the finances, and she's taking care of all the money. You get what I'm saying? And it's a man, another outsource could say, oh, he's weak, he's a beta because his wife is taking care of the finances. If that's her strength and that's it,
that's kind of traditional. I usually remember growing up and hear men took care of the household. The woman was just really good with money, so she paid all the bills. She knew exactly where money should go.
She was more conscious about it.
Right. That was a common thing. I didn't think that was like a beta thing, but
for the women who are alpha women, who are independent, who are single women, who, some women who didn't have fathers, or women who never had a husband, they will look down upon a female who gives their husband all the authority when it comes to the finances. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean about alpha women on the outside. Or for example, an alpha woman would be the woman who, when her husband walks through the door, take off your shoes, do this, do that, just acting like a drill sergeant, treating her husband like a boy. And some men do that.
So is he a beta male?
I wouldn't say he's a beta male. It depends on how it is, because you know what? He pick and choose his battles. That could be the scenario.
Shout out to you beta males out there, weak bastards.
I'm not with it.
Yeah.
I wanna greet my man when he comes in, especially a black man. You work long, hard. You going to, you having issues against the world already. So when you come in, I want you to smell dinner. When I was active duty, you probably didn't smell you probably didn't smell dinner, but you had lunch before I went to formation and PT.
That's all right, dude.
You had breakfast cooking, so it's like you just,
This is small things that count, man. Those are major things actually in a man's life. Shout out to ladies that do stuff like that still. It's like women feel like they're slaves if they cook and clean for a man.
But that's the traditional part. That's the traditional part, because back in the days, that's what grandmother did. She made sure the granddaddy had his breakfast, had his lunch, and the kids was off to school.
Because he was going to work.
Exactly, because he was going to work.
He was going to work about 40, 50, 60, 70 hours, wherever it is, to get the money.
Until he dies.
Until he died, he knew he was going to take care of his family.
But I don't want to be coming off all like anti, feminism?
Anti-feminism? Feminist?
Feminists. By saying it's women out here who are the ones that have to do all those things for her kids and not have a man there to help her with the bills and have a man there to, whatever the case may be. So she's still doing that for her kids and herself, and got to come home, cook dinner, homework, all that. You get what I'm saying?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with being traditional. I don't find a problem with feminism. I think it's just like, sometimes it's like annoying. Because how they'll shape it is as saying, we don't need a man mindset. That annoys me sometimes. Because how are we going to get to the point where we start, repopulating the world, little small things that basically at the end of the day, I say this all the time, men and women were born to recreate or procreate, right? They were supposed to, have more kids. I mean, I never heard a man say, I don't need a woman. I never said it. Now, I do understand why they say that. Women say, I don't need a man for financial means, because I can go ahead and get my own. And I totally understand. I see my mom go out here and get it her own. Get the bag, girl. But I never understood why that I don't need a man thing is getting so big. And if a man says anything to criticize a woman these days and what he wants from a woman, he's being bashed and canceled these days.
Well, sometimes I believe that comes from past trauma. And it could be their personal trauma, or your mother or your grandmother or your circle of females could pass their trauma on to you, and you carry it because you trust them, because that's all you had.
Why won't we get help then? Why is the help not available?
And you mentioned that, and I seen that on one of your posts most recently about the help is available, but some people aren't open to getting resources. Like, no, I don't want, this or that. Exactly. It's pride.
Therapy. What's therapy?
Exactly.
That's what white people do.
But
We don't do no therapy.
I go to church.
Exactly. Oh, look what I said earlier. Because God told me, So I feel like personally, feel like women can go out there and get therapy. There are resources out there. I feel like it should be available. There's a lot of nonprofits out there in our communities that provide those assistance. And then, of course, if you're a working person with insurance, those benefits are available with your insurance companies and things like that. And even churches now, they have areas where you can get professional help. So it's not something that doesn't exist.
Absolutely. It's there. A lot of things that's there in the black community we just don't use.
Well, yeah, we use other things, but back on what you were saying about how black women, they feel like, I don't need a man, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get a little deep, and I hope I ain't digging too far.
Dig the deep.
But I feel like Europeans, they put in our community that we don't need the black man. So that's why they put out certain resources for us not necessarily to make us lazy.
Black Lives Matter. Yeah, whichever we can talk that later. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they put certain resources out there for the black woman to get rid of the black man. So then you have single mothers out here and children without fathers and things of that nature. And then you create that. And then, of course, with the government putting drugs in the communities and things like that. So, you know, it's deeper than that. But at the same time, I forgot who said this most recently. We can't be stuck in those times of feeling like, oh, the white man. We know where it came from, but we have to be, you know, we have to go beyond that.
That's fact.
Absolutely.
We've been so accustomed to the white man does this, and it kind of irritates me. Like everything that happens now, we just want to point the finger at somebody instead of blaming ourselves. We knew for a long time that shit was going on because of what the government or what the agenda was. Let's destroy the black family.
3 strikes.
3 strikes. Like let's destroy the black family. We knew that shit been going on for the longest. But she's pouring up some concoction, by the way. You like it, right?
It is.
It's awesome.
It's good. I'm gonna need to get like a crate rate.
He's good. He's bomb, man. But it's like for the last so many, I don't know. Remember the last 2 decades now. We've been blaming the system. We've been blaming everybody except ourselves. So when it comes down to I don't need a man mindset, that shit is bullshit. We do need each other to exist in this damn world. I never understood that mindset. So I remember when I was like long time ago. I used to date these women that were, you know, very powerful women. All my ex-girlfriends, they like geniuses, like they, you know, they're great black women, smart black women. And I just remember one off the rip was just satisfied if she didn't want to, you know, get married and have kids. Cause, you know, I didn't think about it at that time. I wasn't concerned at the moment. And then I started to think about it, like, man, like she really means that shit. She literally is one of those types saying, I don't need a man in my life. Why? Why is it besides she doesn't have any kids either. So now when I see women that have kids and they say I don't need a man, but the woman that don't have any kids, why would she scream that? Is it because of what black men have done to her? Or is it just that I'm financially stable? So once you remove the ability of a black male being able out here to get the same opportunity that the white males can get, which we still have the opportunities to get the money, we can get the jobs. It's just sometimes they, you know, Sabian is different from, and Sadell is different from Nicholas,
Jonathan
and Jacob.
My son's father name is Jonathan. He's black. Don't do that.
So when those applications and those resumes come across their table, they're like, yeah. Which shout out to some organizations that I'm a part of. They actually, you know, remove the names from the records now. They just do these little codes. I'm not saying that organization, but anyhow, when you remove the man's ability to bring in that certain amount of money, those great jobs, is that when it comes into play, women saying, well, I don't need you. I can go get it myself. They enabled women to get these great, fantastic fucking jobs.
Okay, let me get on that for a second, and then I'm going to open up Pandora's box. So when you said something about women not needing a man, so now I'm at that phase in my life. I just got a cat. I'm a cat mom. I have
Kevin Samuels called that the danger zone.
Really? Well, I have a cat, and when I tell you, I come home, and just before I left, I came home before I came here to feed my cat, make sure he had water, clean his litter box, and start my day. So the thing is, I used to do that when I had a man. I used to come home, make sure he ate, make sure, you know, everything was tidy for him. Now I can do that for my cat because it depends on me, and I don't have a man or whatever. And I'm kind of okay with that, because when I was dating, I'm a serial dater, but when I was a committed, yeah. So when I was in a committed relationship with someone, you know, taking care of him, doing this, doing that, I ended up finding out this guy is living a double life. He has a wife, or in a situation where Then some guys, they're upfront and let you know they're in a relationship. And at one phase in my life, I was just like, whatever. But now, at this point in my life, it's like I'm better than that. You know, I don't want to share my man, and that's the alpha part. But then at the same time is another side. So I was involuntarily in a polygamous relationship where I'm with a man and a woman, but I didn't know about the woman.
So he had a double life. Were you married to him?
No, we were just dating.
Was he married to her?
He was married to her.
Holy shit.
But we were living together day and night.
Damn, that's some Tyler Perry shit.
And he had a wife.
Are you okay with opening up about talking about that?
I'm good with it.
This is not even like really on the episode. I didn't think about this shit. But you were involuntarily a part of a polygamous marriage. How long did you find out that you were though? How long did it go on till you found out you were in that?
Okay, so I started dating him in January. He pursued me.
Like this January?
No, a few years.
Okay, got you. Okay.
So I was dating him in January. We got serious. I met his children, and of course, and he was an older gentleman. At the time, like at this very point, I'm 36 years old, and he's 52 years old. So his children are my age because he started young.
Damn.
But all his kids are adults, and so I'm just thinking everything's whatever. I end up finding out, really Tyler Perry, that his daughter is my cousin.
Hold on.
Yes, so his daughter is my cousin. So we had all met at Top Golf, me and his kids, and I'm looking like that's my cousin, and it was my whole cousin, and I'll tell you who it was. And so my cousin, she just looking at me all funny, and then she tells me, you know, my dad is married. I was like, what? She was like, yeah. So so I met him in January. So March comes around and she tells me, yeah, she lived in Charlotte. She was like, my dad came to, was at my house with his wife for CIAA. Everybody knows CIAA is in March.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Holy shit.
So then I confront him about it, and he was like, I thought I told you, you know, I'm married, I'm going through, I'm legally separated. I'm like, how would I not know this? But I wasn't in too deep, but this man was a pretty nice, generous gentleman. And so I put that to the side at that point in my life.
So you stayed in it, in the game?
I stayed in the game because I thought that was over. So one day, moving forward, we're in the house, and when you date older guys, you have different, like, you know, you pick and choose your battles. That day, the battle was over what we were watching on television. And he wanted to watch Law and Order, and I didn't. So I went in one room, and he stayed in the other room watching Law and Order. And we just chilling. I go to the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom, and I hear him talking to someone. And I hear a female's voice, and I'm like, maybe it's the episode.
He had a speakerphone?
No, no. So this is the thing. I come out the bathroom, and the bitch is in the house. The bitch is in the house, so she used the garage code to get in the house, and she was in the house telling her, well, when you with me, you with me, and then when you with her, you with her. Yes, and I was a whole fucking lady. Cause I just was like,
we need to call Tyler Perry, get this shit scripted.
Yes, and so he walked her out or whatever, and he comes in, and this is that grown man shit. He was just like, I was like, we need to talk. He was like, about what? And y'all already got a preview of my bullshit before the call I just had. So yeah, so I was like, the fuck, you know. But you know, and, yeah, exactly. And so I just kept calm that night, and I eventually left. And of course, he came back for me, and guess what? We reconciled again.
In my mind, that's some true like Shaggy shit. She called me in the shower. It wasn't me. Like
he was like, was she on the speakerphone? No, the bitch was in the house. She used the garage code to get in the house.
So he was like, what
you? He looked at you like, you trying to fuck this shit?
And we lived together.
You know what? This is,
you know, like this is a real story. Real fucking story.
Very toxic at the same time. That's some old school player shit, dude.
So moving forward, that's why I'm saying I was involuntarily in a relationship, in a polygamous relationship where this man was with his wife and I was still there. But technically, his wife was his side chick and I was the main chick. Cause I lived there, I had all the perks. You know what I'm saying? We went on trips and I was just young thing, taking pictures all on social media and shit. And then I was selfie queen.
So she was older.
Actually, she was probably in her 40s, but the bitch was kind of crusty. Like she wore shoes from Deb. Who knows Deb? Deb, oh my god.
What is Deb?
Deb is like an old school store that used to be in Greenville.
Oh, Deb, yeah.
She
Bam.
fucking don't know.
No,
But your mama was probably super
old.
fucking old. Yes,
Yeah,
but she
Deb.
had some shoes. I mean, oh my god, I could pull it out. And then like she wears shoes and her feet be in the fucking top. Like I used to frown.
He said.
But
What you
anyway,
wanna talk about?
so and then on top of that with her, so another day she called and he was asleep, but he knew his phone was just ringing. So I pick up the phone and so I take a picture of the number and I call her from my number and I'm like, hey, what's up? Is what's going on? Do you need something? Is everything okay? And she was like, I was calling to speak to my husband. I was like, well, your husband sleeps. So then at that point, she knew about me. I knew about her. I won't leave it. She was like, that's her husband. Then she end up, so she knew my number. She calls me. Well, one weekend, he was like, oh, babe, my daughter's moving to Maryland. I'm helping her move. He pulled out his trailer and everything. Like, he attached it to his Hummer. Like, he was going to help his daughter move. Like, he was going to help her move. And the bitch called me on Monday and was like,
The bitch called me.
yeah, my whole dialect changed. I heard the Tianka in the beginning. Oh, I'm this veteran army. But yeah, so the bitch, she's literally a bitch at this point. So she calls me and tells me, and sending me pictures of them being at her family reunion. So that's what I'm saying, an involuntary polygamous relationship. And I could continue to tell you more about other situations where I dated people and...
Were y'all on like first name basis? Like, did y'all like be like, hey,
because in the beginning she tried to like talk to me and rap to me like, you know what, and thinking that I was gonna leave him alone, but at that point I was in too deep.
Well, she sounded like she was comfortable too.
No, definitely was.
True, but the thing is his money was long, so he was making sure both of us was good.
She was holding on.
I said this before. A man with money,
It's dangerous.
not dangerous, but he has options. He can do what he want to do. Broke dudes out here can't do that. Dudes ain't out here that ain't taking care of a woman financially. He can't have those options. But if a man that's making, it was getting in there.
I'm gonna just say this now, that as I have evolved, I realized that his money wasn't long.
So he was like 100, like he was six figures.
I'm gonna just say this, I have elevated since then, and that's why
Was it six figures?
like I said, I have elevated since then.
How old was you then? Because if he was making like 75, 80K.
No, he's a business. He's an entrepreneur. He is in a six-figure ballpark, but he's not a millionaire or anything like that.
If he was six figures, great.
She's probably getting.
And all his children, and all his children were adults.
He's making over 10,000 a month.
Excuse me, and I never.
Was he making over 10,000 a month?
Yeah, he made more than 10,000 a month. I've actually been to casinos with him, walking away with, whatever, because he had, when you are a man, what he say? If you are a what kind of man?
High value.
A high value.
A high value man, like you don't, a woman is not gonna ask you for anything. You're gonna just give her money. He taught me about the nightstand. The nightstand, you put it on the nightstand. I never asked him for anything.
So he was a high value man, and this sounds really messed up. I believe high value men actually have that option of having multiple women. Now I would rather tell you that I'm going to date multiple women, and we're going to stop right now. First of all, I'm going to stop real quick. A word to our sponsors. Again, RC Concoctions. Please, he has a GoFundMe page. I will present the link on this episode here. Probably right here where I'm going to put my finger at. It's going to be the link right here, literally. And shout out to the GoFundMe. Trying to raise some money for cancer. And again to Diamond Boutique. Ladies, get your hair done. Stop going out here to the Korean shops. They don't care about y'all. Go to a black-owned company, Diamond Boutique, buy Ramel. Anywho, let's get back into it. So I think that high-valued men are able to have multiple women. That's just my mindset. I always said if I was a multi-millionaire, no, this guy didn't. If I was a multi-millionaire, would I have just one woman? Am I able to have one woman and be a multi-millionaire? Like if you was Jeff Bezos, did I say that name right? Jeff Bezos? Bezos. Billionaire, almost trillionaire. Could you have one woman?
He does. He got a girlfriend. But I guarantee,
now he has a girlfriend.
I guarantee, just like Mike Belichick, they have signed paperwork before becoming in a committed.
Agreement.
Right.
Absolutely.
But this is my whole thing. I feel like if you are the man, you're gonna let that woman know. But I did omit something about the situation. I think he didn't tell me that because he was really serious about me. And then I did have some shit with me too. And so with the shit I had with me, then that's when he allowed his skeletons to be revealed.
Crawling.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not that I had some shit with me, but you know how like when you stop dating one person and then your ex pop up, you can't control that. You know? So shit like that.
You kind of can. I will quote Jared Carmichael from the Carmichael Show while we're talking about this high value thing. There was an episode that was called Cheating, and Jared asked his mom. He was like, "Well, how much money does this man make? You know, is he making $50,000 or less? He'll never cheat on his girl because financially he can't do it." And he's like, "Is he $100,000 or lower? He's thinking about it, but he's not doing it." He said, "But anything over 6 figures and up, oh, he definitely is cheating." He said, "But if he buys a car with a bow," he said that mistress might know each other by name at that point." And so as far as the value goes,
he did just buy his wife a brand new car
with a bow.
Buddy.
Yeah, and I seen that on her social media.
She might know his mistress by name.
Exactly.
All I'm saying is, it's no surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise to ladies. Lady thinks it's a surprise.
Nah, shouldn't be.
Because you want that man because not only what he, who he is, but what he can provide.
Absolutely.
What makes you think there ain't 6 to 10
But he
other
was
women that want that?
was the man. Like I felt safe. I felt secure with him.
Exactly.
Everything you're supposed to.
He was a gentleman.
So there's
like,
10 other women that want him the same way you want him.
But guess what? And there's other men who want me too. But this is my whole thing. I moved forward. I moved forward to the point where now, most recently last year I was dating someone and I told him like, you know what, I'm bisexual, and it was in a secret, and so he was like, oh really? And we were actually trying
You said it was a secret?
It was not a
Okay,
secret.
okay.
And we started trying to interview other women to actually have that type of relationship, because instead of me being with men who had wives and all this other shit, I'd rather just be upfront with it instead of hiding it. So
you look in your Kevin Gates moment, like you would, y'all go court a woman, y'all go find a woman, and y'all would do whatever with her, and y'all okay with that instead of him cheating.
Right, but no, that's like a threesome. We were actually open to having a relationship, but I felt like some guys, they use that as an outlet to fuck another bitch, and then some people, they use it as an outlet because what it's made for. Like for example, me, I'm on the fence of ever having another child, so I would be the modern woman in a relationship, and it could be another woman, the other woman in a relationship who could be the traditional one, the one who's taking care of the kids or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Those dynamics, that's what I wanted. But some guys, they use it to cheat, and then some guys use it as what it's supposed to be. And then on my situation, it never went far because I was never attracted to the women that he was attracted to.
So he picked some ugly ass women. Let's be honest.
I feel like the women he was interested in, they had low self esteem, but they
were overweight.
No, I just weren't attracted to them, but their souls were sweet. They were nice, sweet girls, but they were ugly. I was not attracted.
Go ahead and say it. They were ugly.
I was not attracted.
They were ugly, ladies and gentlemen.
He was attracted to them. But that's a
He
man.
was just horny.
Some men, but the thing is, some men don't care. I feel like a man can be ugly, but a woman has to be beautiful. And so I can't be with a woman that's not beautiful. I could be with the guy who's not too hot, but if it's so good, then I'm good with it. But a woman,
She can't be ugly.
I'm gonna need all of it.
Cause Lil Wayne said it, and I live by this statement. If I ain't good looking, you can bet my bitches. And I live by that statement. Okay, my girl gotta be better than me. She gotta look way better than me.
You gotta make
But
hands
you look
turn.
good, cuz, so shut up.
Appreciate that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Bro.
I mean, for real.
But I mean, this is like off the topic, but most low self-esteem women, that guys are just horny at the end of the day, and they pick on. Cause you know how I know? Cause I was great at manipulating women when I was younger. Of course, I would sleep with some women that I didn't think they were like. They won't know 10s. They were some great 6.5 and 7. And I would like make them feel like they were the world. But that's another conversation for the simps out there that's doing that now. The simps out there that's marrying these women.
What the hell is a simp?
A simp is a dude that just he will go out here and pay for the attention and time of a woman these days. She has an OnlyFans page. He's like top dollar, and he's out there throwing all the money to her. She has about 4 or 5 kids, and he will marry her. He's a simp. He's a big simp. He's like, oh baby, don't worry about nobody. I got you. That's a simp there. The ones that be on their Facebook page and the Instagrams, knowing these chicks be busted up, but he be. It's always that one simp dude
Like
that's under there saying, "Oh goddamn, baby, you hot as oh my god, you the shit now. Oh my god, I gotta be with you." Those are the simps. They've been hyping up these ladies that have no business being on Instagram and Facebook posting these false advertisements of themselves.
Okay, so I wish I would have showed my pictures before we started. I can't answer you because you're my cousin. But you know, I have had some risky pictures on social media most recently.
Risky pictures.
Risky.
Like risque or just risky?
Risky.
Okay, so looking at you and knowing you, you're in shape.
You think so?
I trust me. You take care of yourself, right? All right, nothing weird about that. Seeing from now, observations. I mean, there's some ladies that be like busted.
Oh.
Like
I mean,
down
like,
here.
Like they just wide up.
So why is that on your feed though?
Because they're like some of my friends. Some of these ladies are my friends that I grew up with. You know what I mean? Like you went to school with some chicks that were like the shit growing up.
Oh, they're horrible now.
And they didn't ever thought about how many women you know that actually go to the gym at our age, like black women.
It's a smaller group.
I know.
I just got back into it.
Unfortunately, our ladies black women are the biggest group in the United States.
That's true. When I am in the gym, we don't see a lot of black
You
women.
might see,
but you see Karen and Becky, and you see
Paloma and goddamn
you know what I mean? And I think I get.
I was gonna say Ling Ling, but okay.
I was gonna say Ling Ling. I wasn't gonna say that.
No Asian
Shit,
hate.
no.
Okay,
Asian
Lily.
hate.
Oh yeah. With the MOB right now.
Lynn. Let's say Lynn.
I was gonna say
Lynn
Lily.
is a legit.
Nuh-uh, they actually be
Lynn
naming
I know Lynn. Shout out to Lynn.
I mean, I know Julie's, and they,
Julie's.
of the Asian Pacific.
Jenny's.
All that, yeah.
So, it's no secret. We don't see as many black women in the gym. So, these simps be up here hyping up these women because they just horny. 99.9% of the time that men be saying this shit on the guys, maybe the guys too, but on the women's page, they horny.
Yeah, for sure. They trying to slide in. The simp is pretty much the guy that hypes up the girl that was great in high school, or whatever the case, that thought that it was gonna carry her forever, and it doesn't. And they're still like, "But baby, you still look so good to me."
Simp.
That's a simp.
Simp.
You simping.
Oh my god, I just learned something.
You didn't ever see it. It's a lot of simps out
my
here.
son's gonna think I'm so cool.
Simps and feminism is destroying in the relationship world right now.
You know what I'm saying? But that simp shit is like, that shit's been going on forever. Like that one guy that's like, oh, he was so nice in high school, but that girl was super like whatever, prom queen or whatever, and she doesn't do anything now but hold her crown. Mm-hmm. That one nice guy in high school is like, oh my god, but baby, like, let me just take her out to dinner and I'll change her life. And nah.
I don't go for that simple stuff. I don't simp on the women. I don't comment on the ladies' photos. Call me a liar. I don't do it.
I don't have social media, so
I don't be on social media saying, "Damn girl, you look good." This, that, and the third.
You just always getting kicked off the shit. Why do you always get kicked off?
Shout out to the assholes.
Like sometimes I'm like, well, where did he go? Like I was like, did he deploy?
They report me.
Oh.
People report me off of things that I say. That they get offended. I say some real stuff in my opinion.
Okay, so then that's why you need to go. Just same how you mentioned that the girls on your feed look like shit.
Simp.
You need the simps or whatever. You sound like I was gonna say Simpsons or something. But anywho, you need to go on your page and you need to see who's following you. And you need to figure out the same how I'm not on another level. Like for example, if you're elevating your life, you need to be following people that's on the same wavelength as you.
Man,
And so
you would think that people on the same wavelength as you, they still report you. Somebody don't, especially, there's a lot of sensitive ladies. I don't think there's males that are doing that. I think there's a lot of ladies that's doing it based off of what I say.
It could be men doing it because you're talking about their wives or their girls, because you know.
Bunch of old sissy beta men.
Basically.
I don't see men reporting me. I hope not. I don't.
Because it's fucking with their
It's
self-esteem.
possible. No, it's possible.
You putting you know what I'm saying? They know that in their head, but then you're a reminder. You're reminding them.
There's a
of
lot
the
of beta and Charlies nowadays.
Yeah.
Ooh, you get a Charlie,
There's even
boy.
some deltas out here.
You are a female. If you're a Charlie and a Delta, you're a woman. That's just and they.
Exactly, and they like this.
If you're a Delta, you know what? But a lot of Deltas are single. Let's talk about that too. A lot of Deltas are single.
A lot of deltas are simps.
That's crazy. So once I get my master's, because I'm too old to like going through the whole pledge.
You can do it. You can do it as a master's.
No, that's what I'm saying. The grad. Once I get my master's in this master program at Norfolk State for my degree or whatnot, I've been thinking about doing AKA. But my homegirl who's at Delta, she's looking at me like, bitch, you more of a Delta. Like just because I'm dark skinned.
Yeah,
I
I thought about Pleasant Q when I get my master's.
Oh, okay, I can see that. I can see that.
You gonna be a Q?
My battle
about
buddy, her husband is a Q.
But I'm only gonna Pleasant when I get my master's because, like you said, I'm way too old to be getting licks and I'm gonna be out here like this at 30. You know what I mean? Nah. This ain't no bucket list out here.
It's because I joined the military when I was 17, became a young wife, a young mother, and so that wasn't in my plan. But I still want to cater to my community and do things.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And have fun while you do it, right?
Yeah, be a part of that something way bigger than yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. You'd probably be an alpha.
I will be. I definitely been offered to get into it.
I think you would be alpha because you like skin.
Exactly.
But
light skinned pretty boy.
But at the same time, I think you're. Yeah, he's really
light skinned pretty boy.
And he picked up the lemonade too. So that was his cue. But I really think you would be a Q. You would be. I can see you being the light skin Q.
The light skin Q.
Yeah, but I don't think you should be the
black owned company.
You better put that premium in there instead of that damn regular.
I gotta drive home today. Go ahead, I'm listening to you.
He's been going in, but I really think you should be a Q. Or what's the other one? So it's a Q, is an alpha.
This is the conversations I like. We just talking about shit.
Oh yeah, so we just go everywhere.
There's no segue. There's no segues. Yeah, no.
But
it's like Drink Champs, man. I admire that show.
Straight
I want to be
conversation.
on there one day.
Where?
Drink Champs.
Drink
Look on
Champs?
YouTube. Yeah. Noriega.
Yeah. Exactly. They don't have no topic. They just have the particular person, and they keep going from. You know what I'm saying? Because that's authentic, genuine conversation. Because you'll drain one.
Right here.
You'll drain someone talking. You know, it's like being a damn whole. Trying to focus on that one thing. To
pry information out of that one area.
Yeah, it's boring too. I like talking about like having a woman on the stage on the show. She's gonna give you some different things that we never thought.
Yeah, always about every topic.
I'm not telling us about your story with the situation with the old guy.
That just came out of nowhere.
I need to write that shit. I need to make a script. I need to like find somebody to do it or something. A screenwriter.
And I can tell you some more.
I believe you.
We're gonna have you on the show multiple times. Trust me.
Oh my God! One day, this is the last story. So one day, I was at Walmart with my son. I'm pulling up, and I got PTSD, and I want y'all to know, go get help. If something's going on with you, go get help.
Don't hesitate.
Don't hesitate. So I have PTSD, and so I'm driving to Walmart, and I'm driving in my homeboy's, well, at the time it's the boyfriend, driving in his X5 with my son in the car. And as I'm driving to park, I scope out his wife, but I ain't paying no attention. I park in a parking spot. I get out the car, and the lady say, no, and I go in the store. I went in Walmart, just go shopping, come out, and the bitch is still outside. She approached me. I tell my son, I say, Tyler, get in the car. So Tyler get in the car, and then she's pointing at her stomach. She's fucking pregnant. Are you driving my husband's car? Are you driving my husband's car? I was still a fucking lady. And got in the car and got on the phone.
Is this
and I
the
told
dude
him,
that
no,
you
this is no.
The same. I'm about to say this can't be the same one.
No, this is another one.
She was pregnant. You go ahead.
She pointed at her stomach. She was pregnant. So I hit him up. I'm like, Blue, you need to come home right now. And he come home, and I asked him about it, and he's like, I mean, at one time I did, you know, it's not my baby. It's not my baby. And the baby ended up being his.
His name was Blue.
No, that's his nickname.
I was about to say.
Well, look, his name Charles. Just like the first one named William, that's Charles. And the other night I met some nigga. His name is, he's. I don't call brothers niggas, but he a nigga. His name Otis. And then he gonna tell me he had a whole ring on his finger.
He an old nigga
His
too.
name is
He
Otis.
old. They don't even name you Otis no more. He
His
old.
name was Otis.
So.
On God, like for real,
How old
if y'all
is he?
want to.
How old
He
is
gotta be in
Hold
the
on.
60s.
Oh, my shit died. Because I would call him.
He gotta be
like,
in the
hey,
50s.
Otis. And you would know that's his fucking name. That's part two. Part
How
two
old
when
is
we come back.
Otis?
Otis is in his 50s.
Oh, I said 60s.
So do you particularly go for older men?
No, I think I have something on my head. Older men are confident and they will come up to you.
They want younger women.
For sure.
Younger guys, because I'm 5'10". I would stand up, but I'll break the camera. No, but basically, I'm 5'10", and so most guys my age, they are intimidated.
By your height?
Just me in general.
Because she's considered an Amazon.
Because I'm a sequoia.
So
yeah.
My bad. My bad.
I'll let you
Basically,
say Wakanda. Go ahead, though.
so basically, I'm tall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dark skinned. There's a lot of phobias that come with that for men looking on, from their views. And so older men, they admire my beauty, because I am the original, and so they're not intimidated to come up to me and be a gentleman,
I dated a woman that was 6'2". She went to LSU. She didn't go to WNBA. But anyhow, that's besides the point. A lot of men are intimidated by women that are tall.
I tried to talk to a chick that's 5'11". She played at Norfolk State.
Or foreign guys. Foreign guys, they love black women.
They love dark-skinned women.
And dark-skinned women because we the originals.
And then you go to Germany, they love.
If you go to Germany,
Black
they
men.
love black men.
Yeah.
The darker, the better.
Yes, they do.
But if you're light
exactly.
skinned, you got a little height to you, like myself.
How tall are you?
5'10". They don't really
What height is that?
70 inches.
Only because I'm 7
Well, you might be a little more
inches
because I'm 7 inches. With shoes on, you are definitely not 5'10". I thought you was like 6.
For
Like
real?
5'11", 6. Yeah, with your shoes on.
Okay, yeah.
I got measured at 70 inches.
Yeah, 70 inches without my shoes.
I got measured at 70
I'm
inches.
70 inches without my shoes.
Yeah, some goddamn lie.
I'm 72 inches with my shoes on.
And I just took my shoes off. Okay, so if they 70 inches, I had to get the lighting ready in this bitch, and they couldn't do it. So
Right.
y'all saying y'all
You
both
stepped in the
5'10".
thing like
so,
I could have done.
But y'all couldn't.
He is not
Well,
5'10".
he couldn't step in it.
Okay.
He's not 5'10".
Maybe my arms ain't long
He's
enough, but it
5'8".
doesn't matter. Definitely not 5'8".
So you say you 5'10".
That's what I've been measured
I will
at.
call every friend in my phone and tell me that you're not 5'10".
I measured it.
I'm 5'10".
I've been measured at 69 and 70.
I'm 70 inches. You're like 70.
Like 72. Yeah.
Nigga, you was about to say 74. I'm
You
about
like
to say, you
Shaq.
was like 70.
No, you tall though.
No,
But
you're
your mama's
definitely-
tall.
But you're definitely not 5'10". No,
Your
you're
mama's
not.
tall.
You ain't been 5'10" for a long time. Let that go.
Your sister's
Nigga,
tall.
I went to the VA like a couple months ago and I was 70 inches.
Well, they measured you wrong because you ain't 70 inches. There's no way.
So y'all think I'm like 6'2"?
No, I think
No,
you're
no,
like
no, no.
5'11", 6
I think
feet.
you're like 5'11".
I think you're 5'11",
Okay,
6
so
feet.
that's 2 inches.
Ain't no wrong being tall. Models
I mean,
are tall.
I'm just, and that's crazy how a female want to make herself shorter and a guy want to make himself taller.
Oh, I love my height. I mean, I'm cool. If I can be
I was a
taller,
running
that'd
back,
be
so
great.
I'm okay. But if I was a anything
You
else,
see how now we on height? This is just an organic freaking conversation.
Ladies want a man with height some reason.
Always, because it's like
Actually,
it's a mental thing.
No, at this point in my life,
No, you go ahead and say it.
at this point in my life, I'm not gonna settle for no heights, for no short guys.
So you want a man that's at least 6
Since
foot.
I've been divorced, well now, okay, God bless me, I'm dating someone who's 6'5". But prior to that, I've been is 5'6". Otis was probably like 5'7". Reggie is 5'4". Like they're short. I mean, and Jamal.
Reggie?
That nigga got a step stool.
Jamal, he's like probably 5'6". And I remember when I went out on our first date and I went down and gave him like a church hug. He was like, "Don't do that." So he's very confident. So you just hug him like this, and he looking up.
So you hugging his whole head?
Yes, I'm like rubbing on his head like this, baby.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with a woman wanting a man with height, right?
But why
there's
do tall
nothing-
guys always go for short bitches instead
Because
of
it's quote
Who
unquote.
else they gonna go for?
It's fun. It's a lot of things.
Out of 10 women, how many women are actually taller than 5'10"? Ain't that many.
It's not that many, but they like go for, like, for example, my stepdad is 6'4" and his wife is 4'11". That is disgusting.
That's not disgusting. That's normal.
4'11" and you 6'4".
That is not
6'4" and you 4'11".
That's normal. My dad was 6'2". My mom is 5'4". Alright, I didn't get the height, you know. But that's normal. Men are gonna date a woman that's shorter. Maybe they don't want to be with somebody themselves. They don't want to be somebody just like them. They want to get
Okay,
with
so
somebody.
why do tall women gotta date short guys?
Women want that.
No, I know a
No,
lot of
they
tall
don't.
women.
Yes, they
I know
do.
a lot of tall women
You
that
are the
hate
only
short
one.
guys.
No,
I know
they-
tall women that'd be like,
How
I'm
many?
not looking down at you.
How many out of 10 women? We talking about the majority, not the minority. Out of 10 women, how many women want a guy that's tall? They want that protection.
Me.
They want that. You're one. They want that protection. They want that security.
No, that's
They want to
most.
feel. They want to feel like they're secure.
No,
So
that's-
how you gonna get that with someone shorter than you?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Women want a man that's tall. Now, I keep mine on me, and I keep a few on me. I'm good, but you know, I can make you feel secure in other ways.
So
Besides
you
my
like
height.
tall and short women?
No, I like women. Nope. Why social media has to be the way to go for Valentine's Day?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you should acknowledge it,
Why?
but you don't have to. You don't have to like put her out there. You know what I'm saying? You can still have a private relationship.
I've done it before,
and it was.
and then I make myself look like a fool when it's over with. I say when I'm engaged or I'm married, I will have a Facebook page full of whoever I'm married and engaged to, but you can't just give the world everything that you see. Sometimes I do. Sometimes, but I don't want to give the world what I want right now.
And
It's
what
all
you
about what I
have.
want. Right, what I have. You gotta make sure it's gonna be solid. And once you get engaged or married, then I'll post her all day long. But until that day happens, I'm chill. But height is the same thing for men. It's the same thing for weight. I never
fair.
wanted to date a woman that was bigger than me.
That's overweight and stuff like that. Yeah, that was a rule I've had for a
And
long
have
time.
some kind of
Yeah.
excuse for it. I had a kid. How old was your kid? 16.
Right. Right.
Come on,
You gotta
girl.
let that
You
go.
had-
Okay, but you don't even know if she went through certain issues like thyroid issues.
You don't know if that man has certain
diabetes.
issues to get tall.
But so as far as the weight thing goes, I'm gonna be real. Like I know I'm a little out of shape, but most people could never tell. Unless like I tell you or whatever, or we have like a cardio test, you're not gonna know, right? But
Sure.
my rule's always been that if I can't lift you, I'm not fucking you. That's just me. That's how I've
Okay,
been
so
since high school.
so how much can you lift?
I'm a strong guy.
How much can you lift?
Currently I can probably like still bench probably like 250, 300.
So you gonna fuck a 300-pound bitch?
No.
No.
And you see, I don't just call guys or black man niggas. It's just a little. And
I'm
just like I call
not gonna
female
take down to
black
like 220 though.
men. Yeah. Okay, what about you?
What?
How much can you lift, nigga?
Like bench person?
This my.
Oh, are we talking about bench pressing or squatting? What are we talking about?
I can deadlift 475.
Yeah, I'm probably up there too. Or I used
Because
to be.
deadlifting is different than benching. If
Right.
I can deadlift, but anyhow, look, let's not get no weights involved here.
I know they're getting too much. 'Cause
I ain't-
all I'm saying is how much can you lift?
I ain't trying to-
benching. I don't know this.
I'm not
I don't
Okay,
know
now I
this.
can lift a good amount of weight, but
I don't want to date a woman that's my size.
Okay, how much do you weigh?
I'm 215 pounds.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't want a woman.
So what's the max she can weigh?
180.
No. I don't want to say one because look, I'm trying to be healthy.
That's
too.
a box.
I'm getting down, slimming down a little bit. I want to be down to like 190 and I'm happy. Maybe 200.
You know what? It's crazy you say that because I'm currently 207 and I was 235 around Christmas. And I started eating right.
Great.
I started going to the gym.
Look, we need to normalize that, right?
No, that's a big thing.
Women should
I've
not,
lost like 5-10
especially
pounds.
black women. We need to normalize it. It's a problem when we mention weight because Lizzo and these women have been normalizing this. Yeah, it's a problem.
No, he said because of like Lizzo and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought her name was Lizzo. Lizzo.
He said Lizzo. Okay.
Is that her name?
Lizzo.
Fuck her. So it's a problem when we mention things like that because we got it. You know, a lot of black women like that. You're gonna take me for who I am, and if you don't accept me, then you're not who I'm with. Damn, it's really been a. So you're gonna take me for who I am, this, that, and the third. We need to normalize getting back to being healthy.
I agree.
That's all I ask for. Cause look, I want to be with you the rest of my life, and I'm talking about I want to live some long life with you.
Yeah, for sure.
And I want to be able to live with you when you like in your 80s.
And now it's a real easy thing. There's people on covers of magazines that are 85, bench pressing 300 pounds. Women that's in their 60s that have 8
My
packs.
mom is 57 years old, and she got into lifting weights about almost 2 years ago now. Like, she took it serious. And you're never too old, but...
And I'm about to get on it. And like he said, it's important because especially when we're talking about more mental health, you have depression issues. All things factor in not being physically fit. And you don't have to be a gym rat, but just doing something like 3 times a week, taking a walk or something
just a walk
like
sometimes
that.
a week.
It's just, and it's not that you stop eating.
Stop
Some
eating
people,
as much.
Stop
no,
eating the shit that you eat.
No, stop playing. Sometimes you gain weight. In my situation, battling depression, I was not even eating. I was barely eating a meal a day, and I wasn't even eating bad food. So you can't even always say people are eating bad to gain weight.
Because your metabolism
it's all exactly. Or I have a thyroid disease and I don't have a metabolism. So
if you have a thyroid disease, 2 minutes. If you have a thyroid disease, you get yourself checked out. I understand. But there's some ladies out here that don't have no excuse because a lot of ladies, they thought that the good looks that they had when they were like 18, 19 years old was going to carry on. And here we are, I'm 31 years old.
And men too. Because there's some guys who look like Shrek when they take off their clothes. They look disgusting when they take off their clothes. They always want to talk about women looking bad.
How many men?
But what about the men who look like shit taking off their clothes?
I bet your percentage is lower than women though.
I don't give a fuck.
How many men that you know, that same age when you went to school with them, they are overweight compared to the women?
It's a lot.
How many?
Guess what? For
Is
real,
the percentage higher or
I'll be honest. I don't even follow half the people I went to high school with.
Me either.
We don't even hang out.
I hate
We're
you
not
all.
in the same circle. So I'm not stuck on that high school, growing up, college. I mean, I'm cool with my battle buddies. My battle buddies I'm cool with. But who's stuck on high school?
Some people are, but as far as...
That's funny you said that. Let me know when it starts. Because I got something to say about that.
Okay. Well, you want to just stop it there or no?
Yeah, no, let's keep it rolling. I'm just going to edit that part. I hate people that talk about high school. I really do.
But that's a good point. A lot of people, it's some people who are still stuck on high school.
I'll let you know if I'm here.
I can't believe this episode's been going this long. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been an hour. Great conversation.
Great ass conversation. You got an Apple phone?
Yo, we on fucking
iPhone?
wait.